is June 15th, 2017, and I arrived at LaGuardia this morning, met up with Anthony at Grand Central Station, met his very nice friend named Anthony, treated us to some breakfast and a train ticket. Just wanted to send a special thank you shout out to Anthony, really appreciate that. And yeah, I for one am definitely ready to get out of the city to the Pawling station and hit the trail.
We have exactly these ones, but they are really bright blue in Sweden.
But they look similar, the flowers, huh?
Yeah, exactly the same.
But what's the name in Sweden?
Well, we call it blåklint. Or blue something, because of the color.
I'm here just past Wiley's shelter, almost to the Connecticut border. And along this section of the Appalachian Trail through New York, there's a number of these stone fences that are pretty charming. I'm guessing they used to mark property lines. We're on our way to 10 Mile Shelter now, which is just another 4 miles or so up ahead. Here's our viewpoint of the day on 10 Mile Hill, just short of the 10 Mile River Campground and shelter. Yeah, both of the shelters we passed so far have a pump for water, which is said to be cleaner than the water coming out of the 10 Mile River. Nice meadow here at the 10 Mile River shelter. As you can see, like most lean-tos, just building with 3 walls and a roof. Today is June 16th, and it's going to be our first full day on the Appalachian Trail. And last night we stayed next to the Housatonic River here in Connecticut, having come 10 miles from Pawling, New York. Met a variety of hikers, some out for the day, some out for longer than that, including the Swedish Mafia, who, like us, started yesterday from Pawling, but unlike us, already have 700 miles under their belt doing the first section of the Pacific Crest Trail up to Kennedy Meadows, before having to get off trail due to the heavy snow still there in the high Sierras. So they're going to have a go at the northern section of the Appalachian Trail, like Anthony and I. We also met a thru hiker who had started back in mid-February from Georgia. His name's Wick, and he's got a dog, and he's enjoying a 0 day today while his wife takes a 0 day in New York visiting some family. Anyhow, really nice to be meeting some good people out here on the trail, and also being able to wash up in the river last night was a treat. We're going to continue towards Kent, Connecticut today. Kind of a shorter day, with it being only 8 miles to the next shelter. We'll see how we go. While this looks a little bit like a fungus at first glance, it's actually a type of lichen called tripe that's flourishing along this boulder here. Supposedly a rich source of minerals, although not all that palatable. It can be eaten. Yeah, we're definitely getting some rain on this section through Connecticut today, but came upon a little salamander speckled with black and orange. Hey, little guy. Working his way through these leaves here. Pretty neat. More colorful than the salamanders I've seen in the mountains of Utah, that's for sure. And you can see how the coloring on that salamander actually blends right in with some of the foliage at this point of the year here on the trail in Connecticut.
For some night air, the waning moon calls to me there. Long walk down darkened streets, my troubled heart is guiding my feet.
Well, we're here at St. John's Ledges. Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
And there's the biggest snake I've seen in a while, in the wild anyway. What do you reckon that is?
That's a black snake.
Is that what they're called? Okay.
Yep.
Appropriately named. Haven't seen it moving yet, but nice place to catch some sun, huh?
It's kind of all knotted up on itself, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you see its head?
No, not from here.
I'm going to stand behind you here for a second, see if I can lean out and catch a glimpse of it. I can't. And it looks like it's wrapped all the way down into that, like, the branches of that shrub coming up. That is a big snake.
Yep, they're on the move, aren't they?
Close to the mating.
Oh, did we break up their little magic moment there?
I'm feeling less excited about staying here. Although they don't seem threatening.
No. I mean, what are they going to do? Are they going to come creep up and bite us? Are they poisonous?
No, definitely not. I mean, you can get a pretty nasty infection from their bite, but they're definitely not poisonous.
If we chose another lives, would I lay with him, wishing I was by your side? Or would I realize that I found my place and learn to sleep at night? Would you be better loved if we had chosen other lives?
Today is June 20th, 2017, and we made it down into Falls Village last night and got thoroughly drenched by a thunderstorm right before we arrived at this Airbnb, just right off the trail. I want to give a big shout out, thank you to Laura, who took us in on short notice through the Airbnb platform on my phone, so that worked out great. Had some hot food and some laundry and some comfortable beds and a shower and some Wi-Fi. So all the things you want at a resupply. With our gear mostly dry, we're about to head out here. Got a big old sycamore tree in the backyard here. It's June 21st, the longest day of the year, here at the Rita shelter, and we enjoyed a resupply in Salisbury yesterday and some spectacular weather. Hemlocks or Glenbrook shelter are next on our journey today, only about 9.5–10 miles away. The last option before Great Barrington, so we're crossing over into Massachusetts today. So we'll be enjoying our last little bit of Connecticut here, and we'll see how we go. Trailblaze is just right up there, little buddy. It's June 22nd. On the second longest day of the year here in 2017, and we enjoyed a about 9.5 mile hike to the Glenbrook shelter. We enjoyed our summer solstice hike with Haiku and Wick and their dog Carly for a good portion of the day, coming over a couple of tall peaks including Mount Everett and Mount Race on our way to where we are now. We are planning for our longest mileage yet today. 14 miles is how long we need to go to get to the next shelter on the other side of Great Barrington. So we'll see how we go. It's June 22nd here, and we're enjoying our first full day in Massachusetts.
Definitely enjoying it. It's been a nice day.
Indeed, yeah, and we completed the 51-mile Connecticut section. What'd you think about that?
It was some tough hiking, some challenging terrain for sure. A lot of up and down. As a lot of people have mentioned, you do a lot of climbing and don't get a whole lot of reward for it. But, until the very end, of course. Bear Mountain was quite the finale.
Yeah.
And that rugged descent, hand over hand climbing in some cases off the back side of it, and down into Sage's Ravine was really, really pretty. I had a nice time.
Yeah, the rewards seem more frequent here in Massachusetts.
Yeah. Like this spot here, we're up on this promontory, we can see where we've been for the past couple of days. Across to that opposite ridge and the high point of the trip so far. Across there on Mount Everett and this whole valley, Housatonic Valley that we hiked across today.
How are the ticks treating you?
I haven't found any ticks here in Massachusetts so far. So, so long, Connecticut ticks. Not gonna miss you guys. I got my expensive Salisbury Pharmacy tweezers now, so I'm ready for them if they do come back. What do you think of Connecticut?
Connecticut for me, I really enjoyed the reptilian wildlife. Snakes every day.
We did see a lot of serpents.
And then the snapping turtle.
Yeah.
The toads. Toads were a treat.
Ice cream sandwiches from Onesimius.
Yeah, that's right. A variety of fauna that you did a good job explaining to me. So far, so good. The Massachusetts section is what, 90-something miles?
Yeah, 90-something. I don't remember the exact breakdown on it.
Yeah, I had an issue with my knee right before descending St. John's Ledges, but I'm really pleased with how my knee's bouncing back from that episode. And I was a little worried, but I haven't even had to put on the knee wrap that you lent me yet. So, yeah.
To get it back from you for my bum knee.
Yeah, man. And this is my first time using a solar panel, and I haven't really had good luck with it until today. It seems to be doing a good job today with this blast of sun. We are getting a bit of a break from the sun with it behind the clouds for the moment.
Yeah, we've had a lot of hiking in the sun today across the valley.
Yeah, we sure have. And this has been our longest day too, but it's feeling, fairly comfortable even with my first couple blisters starting last night.
Yeah, I think having all that flat terrain across the valley has made it easier to peel off those miles.
Yeah, definitely the quality time with Haiku and Wick. Yeah, that added a lot to our first week of the trip as well.
Glad we got to catch up with them again.
We'll see how long it takes to get through Massachusetts. A few more miles, but maybe not quite as much elevation change.
We'll see. Hopefully some more of those taller peaks. I like those.
Yeah, totally.
Good views.
Any other final thoughts on the Connecticut section?
Just another shout out to Laura and that great stay we had at her house in Falls Village. That was a really nice break in the trail, and especially after that downpour. Felt really good after those hot, sticky days to get some clean clothes. And, that nice meal that she made for us breakfast-wise on that Tuesday morning really sent us, for that, what was at that time our longest day.
Yeah, Laura hooked us up with some transportation help as well.
Yeah.
So she kind of saved that day for us.
Absolutely.
It was great to get the recharge there physically and
Laura.
Yeah. That's all for now. See you next time.
On the next Backpacker Diaries.
We would have enjoyed it more without probably our heaviest mosquitoes so far of the trip. I ended up taking an extra day in Great Barrington because I left my hiking poles at the laundromat down in town, but got them back.
There's been a lot more long stretches of flat or rolling country.
And that's the A team from the AT.